staring at you, staring at the stars tonight. The sun that falls so hard has now disappeared, and you and I can start this evening right. What I say out loud is only half of what's in my head. Tonight I'd rather look at you instead. I can't get enough of you, and every little thing you do. You, the night, and this candlelight is all I really need. 'Cause I'm loving you, loving me. Dogs are barking, the yard a few feet away, and the TV in the den is on CNN. It seemed to me that these clouds were showing rain, but nothing can change this mood I'm in. What I say out loud is only half of what's in my head. Tonight I'd rather look at you instead. I can't get enough of you, and every little thing you do. You, the night, and this candlelight is all I really need. 'Cause I'm loving you, loving me. I'd spend all day waiting for you to come back home. Now I appreciate the fact that I'll never be alone, baby. What I say out loud is only half of what's in my head. But tonight I'd rather look at you instead. And I can't get enough of you, and every little thing you do. And I can't get enough of you, and every little thing you do. Just you, the night, and this candlelight is all I really need. 'Cause I'm loving you, loving me. Loving you, loving me. Loving you, loving me. Let's get together, start a family. Loving you, loving me, baby, baby. Loving you, loving me, baby. No, I'm never gonna go away. Loving you, loving me, oh baby. Most girls wish that they had your eyes and voice. Secretly fantasize in me. I am just mesmerized by your every word and movement. You are as close as a girl can be to ideal. But somehow you disagree. The whole world sees perfection, but all you see is wrong. there somewhere that I need to go? And is there someone to teach me how love goes? 'Cause I just can't believe that this is how it's supposed to be. I've had enough, and I don't wanna believe that love is just a dream, and now we're waking up. So is there someone to teach me how love goes? And is there some way to get back to me? Yes. And is there someone to show me the way? Oh, 'cause I forgot how she is pretty fun when she has just woken up. And I forgot how we can't make it through the evening without making love. So is there someone to teach me how love goes? My father told me, son, we'll never really know. So maybe life is just a lesson after all, but I can't wait that long to know. God, what's the secret? Oh, teach me how love goes. Is it in the words I say? Is it in the things I do? Stay away, let her know she's the way I make it through. Is it in the words I say? Is it in the things I do? Stay away, let her know she's the way I make it through. And is there someone to teach me how love goes?
It doesn't matter where you roam, when no one's left to call you home. I might have strayed a bit too far. I'm counting all the moonlit stars, and I'm a little lost at sea. I'm a little birdie in a big old tree. Ain't nobody looking for me here out on the highway, but I will be found. I will be found when my time comes down. I will be found. Some days I think it's all okay. Some nights I throw it all away. a little birdie in a big old tree. Ain't nobody looking for me here out on the highway. Maybe I'm a runaway train, maybe I'm a feather in a hurricane. Maybe it's a long play game, but maybe that's a good thing. 'Cause I will be found, I will be found when my time comes down. I will be found. So I keep running till my run is gone. Keep on riding till I see that dawn. And I will be found, I will be found.
She loves her mama's lemonade, hates the sound that goodbyes make. She prays one day she'll find someone to need her. She swears that there's no difference between the lies and compliments. It's all the same if everybody leaves her. And every magazine tells her she's not good enough. The pictures that she sees make her cry. She would change everything, everything. Just ask her.
not make me dumb. So tonight I seek the truth. Am I still the only one? Baby, just save face. Make me believe it when you ask me for space, that it's not to fit someone else in. I pray that when the sun goes down on everything you've done, whoever's arms are sleeping in will warm you like the sun. I hope your dreams are peaceful. I hope your sleep is sound and you are satisfied with what you found when you finally turn around. Sugar, don't hold out, for if you don't love me still, it's the least that you could do, baby, to let me find someone then well. And I pray that when the sun goes down on everything you've done, whoever's arms you're sleeping in will warm you like the sun. I hope your dreams are peaceful. I hope your sleep is sound and you are satisfied with what you found. 20 years from now, my love, long after all the tears have dried, we'll be there in memory only, and you'll be by your side. Regret is a pill to swallow that never quite goes down. I pray that he is gentle and careful with your heart, that he touches you in ways that slowly pry your shell apart, so he can reach that part of you that truly is your core, and you will find in him all that you have been pining for. Baby girl, regret is a pill to swallow that never quite goes down. So I hope that you're satisfied with what you found when you finally turn around. I hope you're happy when you finally turn around. Hope you're satisfied when you finally turn around. I hope you're happy when you finally turn around. Now, when you finally turn around. Girl, you are like summer rain, soft and warm and delicate. And I am a foolish boy, trying to catch every drop of you on my tongue. But there's just too many, and I can't get enough.
You're inches from my fingertips. I've come as close as I can get. I'm reaching, but the rest is up to you. 'Cause I don't ever wanna miss being here with you like this. I'm trying, but it's all that I can do. I'm reaching, but the rest is up to you. And girl, you are the morning sky, glowing calm with burning light. And as I am waking up, you paint your reflection in my eye. Wonder if you noticed. I can't look away. You're inches from my fingertips. I've come as close as I can get. I'm reaching, but the rest is up to you. 'Cause I don't ever wanna miss being here with you like this. I'm trying, but it's all that I can do. I'm reaching, but the rest is up to you. Just said, so you say it's a brilliance meant to fade. Love is wild like a fire burning underneath the rain. But this is not the same. You're inches from my fingertips. I've come as close as I can get. I'm reaching, but the rest is up to you. 'Cause I don't ever wanna miss being here with you like this. I'm trying, but it's all that I can do. Reaching, but the rest is up to you. Up to you. Girl, you are like summer rain, soft and warm and delicate. And I am a foolish boy trying to catch every drop that I can evade.
Taking on me a man, 10,000 feet strong, an air fighting jet, a big old wrecking ball, some barbed wire wrapped around an old baseball bat. Oh, to make my storm heart fall. Take a nuclear bomb or a great tidal wave, a full shooter farmer getting dragged through the cave of a grizzly bear, some kind of jungle warfare. Honey, that'd be the only way. This be
Gonna keep trying. Gonna keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the just to know that you're well. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I die, and know that I meant something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better, just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I wanna leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I was here. I did, I was here. I lived, I was here. I did, I've done, I was here. You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, I promise we would take the world to his feet. Move mountains, bring it to his feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved,
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this very special occasion. I guess it doesn't go back. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you here to celebrate these new nurse graduates seated before you. Welcome family, friends, esteemed guests to our live and in-person ADN pinning ceremony. I'm Dr. Kimberly Reimer, and as the department chair for the associate degree program here at Riverside City College School of Nursing, I'm going to have a conversation with all of you as well as our students. Historically, the pinning ceremony has been in practice since 1906, so about 106 years here in the United States. The practice of honoring nurse graduates through a pinning ceremony is significant and distinctive part of our nursing pinning ceremony. And the significance is passing knowledge from one nurse onto others. Thank you, Mr. Fernando Ortega, for doing the Lamp of Learning today. Graduates, let me move this way. As we spoke yesterday, we kind of talked about perseverance and persistence, and that was what? True attribute to completing this very rigorous nursing program. I went back to my office and thought about meeting with all of you, talking to you, listening to you, and I have another noun that came to mind: resiliency. And that's what I saw from each of you throughout your program of study. Doesn't matter where you entered into our program, but perseverance and resiliency is something that you will take with you into the profession as a registered nurse. So scholastically, clinically, you're well prepared, but also with that resiliency and the perseverance, you've learned many, many things. Again, the nurse graduates presented before you have worked really, really hard, and they will continue again into their practice in the community in which they serve. So thank you, nurse graduates, so much. So we want to acknowledge those of you in the audience today that we know that you share the joy and pride of these graduates. You have been part of their journey every step of the way. Before we begin the official program, I'd like to acknowledge and offer special thanks to our Board of Trustees, and I heard that perhaps Trustee Mary Figueroa might be here. If not, but thank you anyway to our Board of Trustees. We could not do what we do without you and your support. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Tammy Van Hall, Dean, School of Nursing, to address the graduates and guests and give her congratulatory remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, graduates. How are you? Okay, very good. As Dr. Reimer said, I'm Dr. Tammy Van Hall. I'm the Dean of Nursing, the proud Dean of Nursing. I just want to say good morning to all of you. And I too would like to thank our board members and our Chancellor, Dr. Isak, our President, Dr. Anderson, all of our college administrators. And we always have some guests from our partnering agencies, and I just wanted to say thank you to them. The support that we get from all of our administrators, our district, and our clinical agencies not only benefit the School of Nursing, but it also contributes to the future health and safety of our community, and we are very grateful for that. Now, to the associate degree nursing graduates from the class of June 2022, it is my pleasure as Dean of the RCC School of Nursing to congratulate you on behalf of myself and the faculty and the entire classified professional staff of the School of Nursing. Congratulations to all of you on completing a very rigorous course of study. Is that true? But let me tell you what, it's one that you'll be eternally grateful for as you start your career. You are now part of over 100-year history of RCC as an institution, and almost a 70-year history of excellence that the School of Nursing has become to be well known for in our community. The prestige that you have earned as a graduate of our program is really unprecedented. As a graduate of the RCC School of Nursing myself, I can honestly say that I didn't fully recognize the significance of being a graduate of such a highly regarded program until I started my first job. And then I realized how well the faculty, sometimes painfully, had prepared me to be a safe and competent nurse. So some of you who aren't familiar with our programs may be wondering, why is being from a program of such excellence so important? Well, let me tell you. First, the RCC ADN program is the second largest ADN program in the state and one of only 26 out of 83 nationally accredited ADN programs in our state. National accreditation is not required by the California Board of Registered Nursing. It's sought after and earned by faculties and institutions who are committed to ensuring the excellence of their nursing programs and who want to give their graduates the opportunity to pursue employment and advanced education not available to graduates from schools who lack accreditation. Because of the commitment by your faculty and our institution, the world is now open to you as a graduate. RCC nursing program graduates rank among the highest in the nation for first-time licensure exam rates. In the last 5 years, the RN program graduates have averaged 95% pass rate on the RN exams for first-time test takers. How about that? That's when national averages are about 88%, so we're well above that. In the same period, our RCC VN graduates, and you'll understand why this is important in a minute, they averaged 94% pass rates for first-time test takers on the NCLEX PN exam when the averages are only 70%. So how about that? So RCC School of Nursing has been recognized for excellence of our programs and graduates at both the state and national level as a recipient of the California Community College Gold Star Award for Excellence in Career Preparation, the National Student Nurses Association Stellar School Designation, and one of the top 25 producers of Hispanic nurses in the United States, as identified by Hispanic Outlook. And we've been recognized by the American Assembly of Men and Men in Nursing for being a distinguished school for men. So good job. We have several grants that we have earned because of our excellence. One that comes to mind is Bank of America, who awarded us a grant for excellence of our programs. Was a $1 million grant because they recognize how important these career pathways are to the health of our communities and to advance degrees in nursing. Additionally, just so you know, the School of Nursing has been awarded 2 separate grants from the Foundation of California Community Colleges for expanding pathways for ADN students to achieve higher degrees in nursing. One of our well-established pathways is what we call our Concurrent Enrollment Program, CEP. It's a partnership with 2 Cal State universities, Fullerton and San Bernardino. And this pathway has really been an innovative and collaborative effort between all the institutions that allow qualified nursing students to apply for entry into both RCC and the Cal State systems. The students who are admitted into the CEP concurrently complete their coursework at both institutions. And when they graduate from RCC, within 6 months to 1 year, they earn their BSN degrees. They're also eligible for financial aid at both institutions, which is really just, it's been unprecedented. So with the continued call for a higher educated nursing workforce and limited equitable educational options available for students, RCC and Cal State partners have answered that call with an affordable, high-quality, rigorous, and equitable pathway to higher education degrees. So today, we are graduating our 3rd cohort of CEP students. Yes. This is actually it's the 3rd group, but it's our 2nd cohort from Cal State Fullerton. And so will our CEP students please stand? That's what I was trying to get to. Thank you very much. And so if you're looking for shortly a BSN nurse who already has an ADN degree, there you go, okay? So we really have become a beacon of light across the state for this program. And in fact, there's another cohort regionally that are getting ready to start in the fall because of all of you for doing such a good job. Also, while we're on the topic of pathways, you know, RCC is really big into pathways for access and success. We're really known for those career pathways that allow our students to enter basic healthcare pathways and advance seamlessly into higher degrees. One of them that we have, do we have any CNA students who began with our basic healthcare path? If you're a CNA student from our program, stand yourself up. Our CNA students may begin there and end there. They can end their career there and go out and work in the workforce. But many of them continue their education into our vocational nursing program. And we also have what's called an advanced placement group. These are CNAs who have gone through the vocational nursing program and they place into the second year of our program. So now I'm going to ask the advanced placement students. These were CNAs, VNs, now ADN, and the world is open. Can you please stand? That's the way you do pathways. And so there's one little student, and I'm hoping she's here, because I really want to recognize that student. And in fact, there's more, but she just happens to be a graduate this time. We got a grant to do a collaboration with the California Department of Corrections Healthcare Services. These are working vocational nurses who work in very rural correctional facilities, and they got their hands full, and then they come here and they have their hands full more. And so I'm wondering if our one grant student, are you here? There she is. You don't want to mess with her, okay? I'm just saying, okay. And we have many more coming, but she just happens to be the one in this group. Now, our faculty, I'm almost done, I promise, but you just have to know, okay? Now our faculty, our excellence of our faculty, which, you know, over half of them have earned or they're in the process of earning their doctorate degrees, unheard of. This distinction is not required to teach at RCC. It's earned by faculties who are committed to providing you with the highest level of theory and clinical instruction so that you learn to be a quality, safe, evidence-based, patient-centered registered nurse who's committed to the health and well-being of our communities. And about half of our faculty are graduates of the program themselves. We were just saying, none of us saw ourselves as educators when we walked across that stage. I never saw myself as dean. Here I'm in, so maybe there's a dean up here somewhere. I'm just going to ask the faculty to stand up very quickly. If you could give them a round of applause, I would appreciate it. And lastly, it's our students who make the RCC nursing department so excellent. You know, close to 80% of our students self-report as being from an underrepresented or historically marginalized group. And while we're ecstatic to enroll such a diverse group, more importantly are the statistics on program completion for our student groups. Data collected by the college indicates that regardless of how our students identify demographically or gender or in any other way, over the last 5 years, more than 95% of our students who enter the program successfully complete and graduate from the program. That's an exciting statistic. And what this means for our community is that RCC is contributing to diversifying the nursing workforce so that it closely mirrors the demographics of our community, because studies indicate that patients perceive better care and better outcomes when caregivers are either from or highly sensitive to their own cultural practices. So the rich diversity of the backgrounds you all bring have benefited your entire class. to appreciate the beliefs of each other. And while many of you thought that the nursing profession you've entered was excellent because most registered nurses only work 3 days a week, that would be great. Now that I work 5, okay? We wear comfortable clothes, not me, but you will. We call them scrubs, but they're just like jammies, don't get us wrong. And you know, the starting salary is somewhere about $70,000 by current labor market data for a 3-day work week. I mean, you just can't go wrong with that. However, this is my charge to you. Don't ever forget where you came from and what you represent each time you have the honor of providing care for another human being. You know, it's a precious gift to be a nurse, because whether you have 15 patients under your charge or more, or you have 1 patient under your charge, it all comes down to really just that 1 patient and 1 nurse. Any of you who have ever had the pleasant or unpleasant opportunity to interact with our healthcare system, you know that it is the nurse who can make all the difference. So be that nurse, a proud RCC nurse. Commit yourself to the excellence in nursing practice that RCC has instilled in you. Remind yourself every day the difference you make to patients assigned to your care. And may you never forget the humanity, the dignity, and the beauty of every patient in your care, because they desperately cling to your knowledge, competence, and expertise as an RCC graduate. So with all that said, go forth and make us proud. Pass your NCLEX on the first try. Get your dream job. I'd like to see 100%. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Get your dream job. Your education has not ended. It's just begun. So continue that education. You're going to get a pen, and I want you to wear that with great pride and never forget the excellence that pen represents. So on behalf of myself, the faculty, our very dedicated classified professional staff, I would like to congratulate you, the class of June 2022. And let me say, it is with very great pride and high expectation that I call you my nursing colleague for the first time. Don't make me cry. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Van Hall, and I am a proud RCC ADN graduate 25 years ago. So thank you for all of them for carrying on our excellent tradition of excellent nurse graduates. Next, I'd like to go ahead and invite Dr. Gregory Anderson, President of RCC, to address our graduates and guests. Thank you, Dr.
Good morning, guests, family members, faculty members, and administration. I'd like to start, before I speak directly to our illustrious graduates, I'd like to start with thank you. Thank you, of course, to the family members, the loved ones who have supported these illustrious graduates. Without you, their success would have been all the more difficult, and in some cases would have been impossible. So they've depended on you, and you are here to show your pride in their success. And that's what we all share, is deep pride in their success. I'd also like to thank, as we've already thank the trustees for leading this district. We are a district of 3 colleges, each of them excelling in serving their communities. The leader of these, reporting to that board of trustees, is Dr. Woldab Isak, who will have a moment to speak in shortly. And thanks to, in addition to the dean and the faculty members who have put their hearts and their intellect into your success, I'd also like to recognize the Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Lynn Wright. And now let me turn to the graduates. and I use the word illustrious graduates because that's what you are. You are shining stars that bring light to not just the healthcare needs of our community, but you bring light to the souls of the patients who you will serve. This is an important accomplishment, but it's only a step in the journey. As we heard from Dr. Van Til, the trajectory of a nurse is a pathway with many stops along the way, many milestones along the way, many ways to continue to return, not just to this college, but to multiple opportunities for lifelong learning. Nursing as a field believes in lifelong learning, requires constant professional development and training. So as you do that, I encourage you to reflect upon the learning that you had here and recognize the value in that ongoing learning. You are part of a 70-year plus tradition, more than 100 years of the college. The pinning ceremony has been around just as long as the college, well over 100 years. And that tradition is something that you all value. I was told today that you could wear any appropriate clothing, uniform that you chose. And many of you, most of you, continue to choose to wear the uniform that our faculty members who graduated from here wore, and that has been in use for many, many decades. You recognize the value of the tradition, you recognize your commitment to that legacy, and that's something that I have such deep admiration and respect for all of you. Now I just want to share a bit of a story. I've got two children. Well, now they're both going to be in high school, starting in the fall. A while back, so they didn't inherit grace from their mother. They inherited clumsiness from their father. And my daughter, when she was younger, she broke a couple of bones in her very adventuresome childhood. My son more recently broke his arm. And we received excellent care from the Kaiser hospitals that we've been to. But the story I want to tell is about Maria. Maria was a nurse who we met at the clinic / hospital, never quite sure the distinction. But in any case, when we showed up, it was a Sunday, of course, and Sundays are extremely busy. And these days, especially in the middle, this is last year, so in the middle of the pandemic, they're understaffed. And apparently, a pretty obviously broken arm isn't top of the list of dire needs, urgencies. The only team member that continued to check in on us and reassure us that we would get the help we needed was Maria. And she did it with a smile. She did it really quickly, almost in a blur, but she recognized that my son and my son's father, me, were stressed out. Her commitment to our well-being continued throughout that visit. We were there for over 3 hours, between waiting at the beginning, between waiting for help, and throughout that time, Maria was the consistent representative who communicated effectively, who showed the way that she cared about us, and continued to show us. So I didn't know much about her. I didn't get much of a chance, but a few weeks later when we went back to have it looked at again, Maria was there again. This time it was a weekday. It was much calmer. We had a chance to talk to Maria, so I asked her a lot of questions. And of course, she was so proud to tell me that she graduated from Riverside City College, which is when I shared with her that I work at Riverside City College. So we had a nice connection, and she talked about her journey. She talked about how she had struggled for years. She was in her 30s, and she had struggled for years to come back to college. She had graduated from high school. She had 2 children, and she waited for 10 years. She was unable to come to the college and work as a single mother, or to study, and she was unable to come for 10 years as a single mother. When she came back, it took her some time to finish her requirements, prerequisites, and finally she got into the program and she graduated, passing the NCLEX on her first try. Apparently it's important to pass on your first try. what she showed to me then was courage of her convictions. And that's what you continue to demonstrate. She showed me commitment to better health outcomes for the patients that they serve. She showed compassion, because that's so common among nurses, to show compassion and understanding. And she demonstrated a culture of care that I think everybody else in that entire hospital could benefit from. And that example, I think, could be told by anybody who's ever had care from a Riverside City College nursing graduate. So congratulations to all of you for joining that legacy. This college is proud of the nursing program. It is one of the finest schools of nursing in the entire state, if not the nation. We've presented around the country. We've presented internationally about the success. And that success, again, I want to thank the faculty for their sustained leadership. I want to thank the families for your commitment and the entire district's administration for supporting this. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Want the mic to fall on our chancellor. Dr. Isak, Chancellor, RCCD. Good morning, and thank you very much, sir.
Well, good morning, everyone. I present warm greetings from the Board of Trustees and would like to thank all of you, especially the parents, spouses, and all the supporters of our students who are here today for making this day a memorable and a historic day for our students. It is one quite historic because we have been in hibernation for over 2 years, and this is the first time that we as human beings are getting together and celebrating in a natural way. And therefore this makes very special for these nursing graduates. Before I go into my comments, I want to remind again something that's very well known, remind you that you are in one of the finest, you're graduating from one of the finest nursing schools, not only in the state, but also in the nation. And we don't say that easily. We're not bragging. It is supported by data. And I think that the Dean has elegantly established that very fact. And as I always say, I've said this in every pinning ceremony, that it is written that many are called and only few are chosen. And you become the chosen few. That, however, puts a great deal of responsibility on you, because the flip side of that fundamental truth is that from whom much is given, much is going to be required. So you have that burden as you leave here to give back. And give back in a spirit of dedication and compassion. This district has the aspiration and a plan that is grounded on the fundamentals of social justice, designed to provide social and economic mobilities to the communities that we serve. And we have 3 pillars: access, and again the Dean showed, how access not only to different groups, different genders, different ethnic categories of our population have been granted, but also access to different programs and different pathways so that our students can reach their fullest potential. The second pillar is success. And success is grounded on high quality that is driven by completion, graduation, and employment. And all the statistics show that this nursing program leads, not only is it a flagship for this district in our programs, it's the most successful one, it is the most successful one in the state, and also one of the highest success rates in the nation at every stage, including their licensure. And so that's the second level that we need to look at as an outcome with a great deal of pride. The third equally important pillar for us is equity. And healthcare is one area where we see inequities. It's not secret. We have nearly 40 million people who are not insured. We're one of the mightiest nations, most endowed, the richest nation in this planet. To have that many people with no health care is pretty shameful. But we have dedicated people. This is one of the prides of this district, that when the community is in distress, when we had the terrorist attack in San Bernardino, our nursing students were up in the front lines, taking care of many of those who were affected. And many of the medical staff and CEOs sent me a lot of very warm admiration of our nursing students and our nursing staff. So that's a tremendous accomplishment. When the pandemic came and every program was shut down, recognizing that even during this time we need even more nurses, our nursing staff and students continue to provide their training. Under the threat of this pandemic, even before the vaccine came in, our students never stopped their program to produce, to continue their training so that we could combat such a heavy, such a disastrous pandemic. So our commitment to the community, especially to the distressed community, our students go out volunteering with medical students from UCR and from other places to help communities that have no other help. And so these are qualities that we cherish. And it's a pride for us to have you as our graduates, and it will be even a greater pride for us to see you go into the community now as fully graduates, continuing to shine, continuing to provide these services so that we can continue to always be proud of you. Now, many of you may not know that my education and training is also in medical science. I took a degree in medicinal chemistry from the University of Michigan, and I spent a great many years in the area of developing drugs for schizoaffective disorders. And indeed, my first job in this district was as a district dean of health sciences. So I have a great degree of appreciation of what you're doing and the noble goals that you have taken. The role of nurses has changed significantly. In the 1870s, Florence Nightingale said that it would take 150 years for the world to see the kind of nursing she envisioned. I think she would be thrilled that today in 2022, nurses are extremely valued by patients and by those in the medical profession. Last Friday, I attended the commencement of the 6th medical students at UCR, and their keynote speaker was Dr. Drake, who is the president of the entire UC system. And his strongest advice to the new graduates was, listen to the nurses. I could not believe my ears. And he gave a reason. He said, listen to the nurses. Remember, they know in some areas a lot more than you. And I think that you have earned such a great degree of prestige now that even medical doctors are instructed to listen to you. And so, with that, I would like to extend again on my own personal behalf, I'm being an admirer of the nursing profession, but also on behalf of the Board of Trustees, my warmest congratulations on the class, on the graduating class of 2022. Congratulations.
Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Brandon Summerall, who will participate in the presentation of the Becky Wexler Nursing Excellent Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. Becky Lynn Wexler received her Associates of Arts degree from RCC in 1972. This was the beginning of an outstanding career in the nursing profession. Education was a passion for Becky, who went on to receive certification in mobile intensive care nursing in 1982, perioperative nursing in 1992, as a nurse practitioner specializing in women's health in 1996, in public health nursing in 1998, and in adult and pediatric medicine in 1999. She received her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing from the University of Phoenix in 1998, and she began work on her master's degree in 1999 at Cal State University, Long Beach. In 2000, she was invited to join Phi Kappa Phi National Honor Society. Becky was also the co-author of In God's Hands, a book which chronicled her personal experiences with breast cancer. This special award for a graduating nursing student was established by her husband at the time of her passing to honor her outstanding commitment to education, patient care, and to the nursing profession, and to assist others who share Becky's ideals and personal qualities. We're honored today to have Becky's husband, Wayne, Becky's sisters, Cheryl and Susan, with us. We'd like to take a moment to recognize them. Susan was also my colleague when I started as a new grad 10 years ago at Riverside University Health Systems, and I'm proud to call her my friend. The recipient of today's award is a graduate of our Pathways. He is a graduate of our licensed vocational nursing program and our registered nursing program. I'm pleased to announce that this honor goes to Tien Lee. Tien, please come up here. His name will be put on this permanent plaque that hangs in the School of Nursing. He will also receive a certificate and a monetary award. No, you can go. You can go. Oh. Wait. So we'll get a picture later. Okay, thank you.
All right, it's now time to hear from our Spring 2022 class presidents as they address the audience and their peers. So Princess and Martin, I'm not sure who's going to be first or second, but anyway, class presidents. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Special thank you to our Cal State Fullerton instructors who drove really, really far. We love them. And to all our instructors in general and loved ones who have taken time out of their day to join us in this special moment. We've worked really hard to get here, and I would like to share a few words with my class. So I basically wrote a letter to you, okay? First of all, congratulations. Congratulations on earning your seat in this stage, because all those that apply do not get the opportunity to try. And all those that try do not reach this finish line. Amidst the pandemic, we ran toward the fire while most ran away. And yes, these past 2 years have been hard for all of us in various different ways. Some of you were full-time moms or dads, full-time wives or husbands, and full-time nursing students. Others lost parents or grandparents in the middle of their education. Some of you were on your own and had to work a full-time job. Others fought through fear, heartbreak, and anxiety in the most graceful way. And there were moments where we all felt like there was nothing else to give. But instead of declaring defeat, we found strength. Sometimes you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. And time after time, obstacle after obstacle, we survived it all. 2 years later, and way stronger than before, we are the RCC Nursing Class of 2022. Today, our pinning is a celebration of our dedication, heart, and strength. What was once a dream is now an accomplishment. And I hope this journey has inspired you to love harder, think deeper, dream bigger, and realize that you are unbreakable. Thank you for making this an unforgettable journey. Love you guys.
Hi, guys. Sorry. Thank you, Martin, for those beautiful words. Hi, guys. I'm Princess, and I was blessed to be elected class president these past 2 years and be involved with this amazing, dedicated, and kind group of individuals behind me. I just also want to take a moment to say thank you to the faculty for your support, your guidance, your mentorship, and for paving the road that we're on today. You guys were a beacon of hope that there is a endless amount of opportunities after nursing school and that the future is bright for us, so thank you. And I also want to say thank you to all the family members who are here today. You guys were the support, the strength that got us through all this. And special thank you to my mom and dad. I wouldn't be here without you guys, without your sacrifice or your guidance or really, really long lectures. Anyways, this class was the first true COVID class. We started nursing school online at the height of the pandemic. Nothing anyone tells you can prepare you for nursing school, especially online nursing school in the middle of COVID. We started our nursing journey injecting tomatoes and hot dogs on Zoom. And we did not know when we would be back on campus or when we would be back in clinicals. Thankfully, very soon, but tough start. Although these past few years have been a whirlwind of long clinical days, never-ending exams, simulations, sleepless nights, struggles and challenges, they've all led us to this moment right here. We can all say, I did it. I am a graduate nurse of RCC. Class of 22 is no ordinary group of nurses. Every single one of you inspired me every day, not just to be a better nurse, but to be a better person. I will never forget any of the moments that we've shared together. We beat the odds, we met all the outcomes, and we stayed fearless in all the faces of the uncertainty ahead of us. And I know that for all of us, this is only just the beginning, but if you can survive RCC nursing school, you can and you will persevere through anything. We are the nurses now, and I know that we will be kind and caring. I know that we will be exemplary and unbiased advocates to everyone we care for. And most of all, I know that we will be the agents for positive change. Thank you.
All righty, let's go ahead and get this pinning ceremony started. Yes. I'd like to introduce a few members who will be participating in the pinning ceremony. Dr. Kim Anderson, Dr. Brandon Dominguez, Dr. Denise Intermuley, Dr. Lee Nelson, Dr. Shipway, and Dr. Lynn Wright. before we start the program, we do ask that all members in the audience, family, friends, that you keep your applause until after all nurse graduates have been presented. That way we can enjoy each of them. Thank you.
Kara Ashton. Kara wants to work in the labor and delivery unit and her bachelor's degree in nursing, finish her bachelor's.
Jeanette Della Rosa. Jeanette would like to work in a position that will give her the opportunity to expand her practical experience at the same time as providing quality health care to patients.
Jessica Valencia. Jessica plans to work in the emergency department at a local trauma center while continuing her education by obtaining a bachelor's in nursing.
Hazel Acevedo. Hazel hopes to become an ICU nurse while obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Alyssa Barron. Alyssa hopes to work in the ICU at Arrowhead Regional Medical Center and obtain her bachelor's in nursing.
Christine Reyes. Christine aspires to be a critical care nurse and further her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Jessica Wynn. Jessica plans to pursue her passion of becoming an ICU nurse and is looking to further her education and obtain her BSN.
Chris Jackson. Chris wants to continue his career in emergency medicine and become an emergency room trauma nurse. He will always check the profession.
Ashley Schaefer Andrews. Ashley plans on obtaining a position in the cardiac ICU and finishing her BSN at Cal State Fullerton.
Kathleen Silva. Kat will be finishing her BSN in December at Cal State Fullerton and will be working as a pediatric trauma nurse.
Noree Kim. Noree plans to work on the cardiac ICU and continue her education to become a nurse practitioner.
Tristan Gates. Tristan plans to pursue her passion of becoming an NICU nurse and continuing her education by obtaining her BSN.
Tracy Nunez Rosales. Tracy plans to work in the emergency department or in the trauma ICU.
Lisa Renee Hayden. Lisa wants to thank her parents and kids for all their love and support.
Ashley Nicole Callahan. Ashley wants to thank her husband and daughters for their continued support and sacrifices and for making this dream mean so much more.
Lucas Vanderbrug. Lucas plans to obtain his BSN and pursue a career in nursing education.
Echo Frankovich. Echo intends on working on an ICU burn unit and applying for CRNA school.
Mariah Danielle Centeno. Mariah intends on working on a labor and delivery unit and plans to obtain her doctorate in nursing practice in women's health and obstetrics.
Katerina Dominguez. Kat has accepted a position at RUHS in the Emergency Department New Grad Program with plans to obtain her bachelor's in nursing.
Sabrina Gonzaga. Sabrina plans to work in the ICU and continue her education by obtaining a bachelor's in nursing.
Martin Machado. Martin would like to find a job close to home in order to spend more time with his family.
Yusuf Badawi. Yusuf would like to work in mental health. He plans on furthering his education and becoming a psychiatric nurse practitioner.
Samantha Subang. Samantha plans to work with the babies in the neonatal intensive care unit and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Kevin Francisco. Kevin plans to work in the ICU or OR and continue his education by obtaining his BSN in nursing and hopes to pursue his NP license.
Cheyenne Navarro. Cheyenne plans to work in the NICU at Riverside Community Hospital and get her bachelor's in nursing at Cal State Fullerton.
Joaquin Franco. Joaquin plans to work at Riverside Community Hospital in the ICU and advance his education to become a nurse educator.
Denise Yakub. Denise will begin her journey at Riverside Community Hospital and plans to further her career as a cardiac nurse.
Victoria Lynn Aguirre. Victoria Lynn plans to work in a pediatric intensive care unit and continue her education by obtaining her BSN.
Diego Ortiz. Diego plans to work in the emergency department of a level 1 trauma center and continue his education by obtaining his bachelor's in nursing.
Raul Arellano. Raul just accepted a job offer to work at RUHS as part of the new graduate emergency department residency program. Raul also plans to get his BSN in December.
Jessica Morales. Jessica plans to work on the medical intensive care unit at Loma Linda Medical Center, obtain her bachelor's in nursing from Cal State Fullerton in December, and get her trauma certified nurse certification in the future.
Michelle Uwe. Michelle plans on being a pediatric or ICU nurse after she receives her BSN from California State University of Fullerton at the end of December 2022.
Cynthia Sandeau. Cynthia wants to work in an intensive care unit and would like to go back to school to be a nurse anesthetist.
Ashley Tirona. Ashley wants to get her bachelor's and an emergency department job back at home in San Diego.
Catherine Kazas. Kat wants to work in the neonatal or pediatric intensive care unit. She will continue her studies to be a nurse practitioner.
Vinny Romo. Vinny intends to pursue a bachelor's and master's in nursing in order to better serve others in the emergency room, in addition to obtaining a certification in American Sign Language to help those who are underserved.
Tatiana Vega Garcia. Tatiana is excited to share that she has accepted a position in the new graduate ER of her choice hospital.
Sonia Gil Cornejo. Sonia plans to work in the critical care setting and is completing her BSN at Cal State Fullerton this December.
I would like to now welcome to the stage alumni of RCC School of Nursing adjunct faculty Barbara Coatney to pin her daughter, Bryn Coatney. Bryn plans to work in adult critical care and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Vanessa Rourke. Vanessa plans to work as a pediatric nurse after she finishes her BSN in December.
Vanessa Varela. Vanessa plans to work in the ICU and finish her bachelor's in nursing this December at Cal State Fullerton.
Beatriz de la Torre. Beatriz plans to work in the NICU unit at Riverside Community Hospital.
Heidi Diaz. Heidi is thrilled to start her journey in the ER at RUHS. She hopes to return to RCC to teach transition students.
Princess Udinez. Princess plans to work in the ICU after finishing her BSN. Her ultimate goal is to attain her doctorate in nursing practice.
Martin Zendegas. Martin plans to work in the ICU and continue his nursing education after finishing his bachelor's in nursing at Cal State Fullerton.
Neil Timoteo. Neil would like to thank God, his wife, and his family for looking forward to working in the ICU.
Lady Elias Idaraga. Lady plans to continue her education at Cal State Fullerton and obtain her BSN degree in December. She then hopes to work as a critical care nurse in the Inland Empire.
Dinah Mansuras. Dinah plans to work in the neurocardiovascular ICU, and she will continue her BSN at Cal State Fullerton in the fall of 2022. Love you, Ma and Pa.
Sandra Sanchez. Sandra plans to work at an emergency department and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Celeste Guzman. Celeste plans to work in a critical care unit and further her education by becoming a nurse anesthetist.
Christina Zuniga. Christina plans to continue her education at Cal State Fullerton and just accepted a job offer from Riverside Community Hospital on G6, a cardio-neuro teleunit.
Sio Perla. Sio will keep working towards her nurse practitioner and specialize in geriatrics.
Gabriella Christ. Gabrielle wants to work in the ICU or NICU to obtain her master's.
Sarah Pence. Sarah would like to specialize in adult or pediatric critical care. She would like to continue her education to a doctorate degree.
Marissa Love. Marissa accepted a position in the ER at RUHS and aspires to travel for humanitarian nursing in the future.
Megan Zemer Sanchez. Megan will completing her bachelor's in science of nursing this fall at Cal State University Fullerton and hopes to gain employment in a new grad program in the ER setting at a trauma center.
Claudia Martinez. Claudia plans to work in the ICU and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing from Cal State Fullerton.
Clarissa Gomez. Clarissa plans to work at a correctional facility and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Maria Maxwell. Maria plans to work in the neonatal intensive care unit at Loma Linda University Medical Center, Marietta, and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing at Cal State Fullerton.
Darlene Romero Pinto. Darlene plans to work in the operation room at Riverside University Health System and continue her education by obtaining her bachelor's in nursing.
Alyssa Pena. Alyssa plans on pursuing her career in critical care and is obtaining her bachelor's at Cal State Fullerton.
Selena Perez. Selena plans to work either in the OR or oncology. She would like to thank her family, boyfriend, and Kitty for helping her make it here today.
Thank you, everyone. Let's move on so you can personally hug them and do all of that. That's great. Yes, there you go. Hoorah. Okay, next is Dr. Mary Fain, who will be leading the nurse graduates and nurses in the audience with our nursing pledge.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Nurses, please stand and you can read along with me. The nurse pledge, you can find it on your handout here. And nursing faculty, if you're not standing already, please stand. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to practice the profession of nursing with competence and integrity, assuming responsibility and accountability for nursing judgments and actions. I will provide my care with respect for human dignity and the uniqueness of the patient, unrestricted by considerations of social or economic status, personal attributes, or the nature of the health problem. I will safeguard the client's right to privacy by holding in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge in the practice of my profession. I will endeavor to elevate the standards of my profession and will devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Thank you, everyone. And congratulations, graduates.
Just stay standing. Just go ahead and stay standing, because next we have Dr. Lynn Wright, who will be coming back and will be presenting the nurse graduate class of June 2022.
What a fantastic day for our fabulous graduates, their families, and their friends. A little bit of housekeeping here. After I present the class, the graduates will exit the building. Please remain seated until all of the graduates have done so. Will the graduates please rise? They are arisen. On behalf of the Riverside City College President, RCC faculty, classified professionals, and administration, as well as the RCCD Board of Trustees, I am honored to present to you the June 2022 graduating class of the Associate Degree Nursing Program.
Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma put it down.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the good life with the sale deed. Won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life, let's go on a living spree. They say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY. Summertime shy. So I roll through good. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood. Ferrari, and she got the goods, and she got that. I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be, cause I'm seasoned. Haters give me them salty looks. Lowry's 50 told me, go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life, I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma put it down. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the good life. the girls who ain't on TV, cause they got more than the models. The good life, so keep it coming with the bottles, so she feel booze like she bombed at Apollo. The good life, it feel like Houston, it feel like Philly, it feel like DC, it feel like VA or the Bay or yay. Hey, this is the good life. Homie, tell me what's good. Why I only got a problem when you